Good morning, grade 7. Our lesson today about characteristic of living things. So, as we said before, the scientists classifying all things into two big groups, living and non-living groups, based on their 7 life processes. So, if anything do 7 life processes, that means it's classified as living things. If are not, that means they are non-living things. So we will go in details in this 7 life processes or characteristic of living things. So eating and feeding, this is the first one. All living things need food. Plants make their own food in process called photosynthesis. But animals must get from other living things, and we have three different type of eaters. That animals eat plant, and we call them herbivores, and there is animal eat another animals or meat, and we call them carnivores, and we have animals eat both plant and animals, and they are called omnivores. But the plants, they make their own food by process. It's called photosynthesis, and this process, the plant taking water and carbon dioxide by using the energy of sunlight to producing food and oxygen. In the rainforest, ticks, lice, leeches, and mosquitoes feed on just one food, which is this food is the blood. As you see in these pictures, they are feeding on blood. The second characteristic of living things is respiration. And this is the process in which the energy is released from food. And this released energy is used for some processes such as growth and movement. Respiration takes place in plants and animals. As we said before, once that things classified as living, that means they do the all 7 life processes, and respiration is one of these 7. So that means all the living things, either animals or plants, they are respired. It's a chemical reaction. While they are taking food in the shape of glucose and oxygen and release carbon dioxide and water. This is the chemical reaction of respiration. Respiration should not be confused with breathing. Breathing is just exchanging gases in and out of the body, but respiration is convert food to oxygen. to energy, while breathing is just process of gas exchanging. The third characteristic of living things is movement. Movement, that means, is changing position. So in animals, muscles provide that movement for the animal. Animals move in any places to find food. They are keep looking for their food, so they changing places. But if they sitting or standing, still some of muscles keep working, such as heart, diaphragm, and muscles in GIT, gastrointestinal tract. They are keep moving and contracting even if the animals are sitting or standing in its place. So heart is a muscles, it's contain of cardiac muscles, and diaphragm, this is the big muscle that responsible of lungs movement in breathing in and breathing out. And the muscles in GIT, in gastrointestinal tract, so this is the muscle that's responsible to passing food in its journey from its enter to their mouth until to their to their coming out as a waste product. The fourth one of characteristic of living things, irritability. Irritability, it has the same meaning of sensitivity, but we have a new vocabulary this year. And this characteristic means using senses to feel what is happening surround them. So animals sense changes in their surrounding by their sense organ. So any sense has sensory organ that's responsible to do this sense. For example, sight is the sense, and eyes is the sensory organ that's responsible for sighting. These sense organ are skin, eyes, ears, tongue, and nose. But in some animals, there are another sense organ, such as antenna in an insect. The fifth and second characteristic of living things is growth and reproduction. Living things need food for energy to keep the body alive. They need the materials for growth and to repair part of the body that have been damaged. Once animals are fully grown, they need food to keep themselves in good health and to produce offspring. So the animals, they are keep growing until they are being adult. When they are being an adult, they be ready for reproducing a new generation. The last and the seventh characteristic of living things is excretion. When food and oxygen are used up in the body, the waste products are made. So the body are released the waste in different way, either in a shape of urine, sweat, and air. Air, that means carbon dioxide and breathing out.